Good morning, everybody, or possibly good evening, or afternoon, or whatever. Anyway, it's a little after 8 o'clock. It's 8:30 a.m. here for me. I am sitting at an airport in Minnesota. Hey, Tosho, how's it going, man? And getting ready to fly a FS economy flight down to Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Was hoping the weather was going to clear up a little bit more. This is ass weather. Um, Looks like we have marginal conditions 240 at 11, 10 statute miles visibility. Okay, so it would be, I'm doing good. Be pretty decent. Merry Christmas to you as well. Yeah, I was hoping to get some flights in around Christmas time, but we just had so much going on. Um, Granddaughter, who's now almost two, kind of getting into the what do you want to call it? Like knowing more so what Christmas is now, rather than when she was like last year. She was one and obviously was way out of it. So had just it's been busy and hopefully I get to stream this morning. I was going to actually stream yesterday. Right before I went online, I got a message from my internet provider that they were doing routine maintenance. I'm like, what? Red Cheese, how's it going, man? I'm like, you're doing maintenance on a freaking Friday afternoon. Whatever happened with, overnight, like at 1 in the morning, not on a Friday afternoon. So I'm like, I'm not gonna try streaming. And sure enough, it went on. I was losing internet connection for about an hour, hour and a half. I'm like, yeah, there's no way I can do this. So I just decided I'm just not gonna say. I say Merry Christmas to you too and Happy New Year. We've got a few more days of time to go before the new year starts, and I can't wait for the new year to start because I've been eating so much junk food and crap. It's just like, this has been awful, absolutely awful. But it's my own fault, so it is what it is. Anyway, let's get back into the plane, and this is a Pilatus PC-12. Actually, my son's good friend that he went to went to college with, owns one of these PC-12s, and I was unfortunate to have bad, bad, bad timing. One year, he had talked about flying up to Oshkosh for the longest time because at one time he was looking for a jet to replace his Pilatus. And I decided, okay, I didn't know he's always so like last minute, oh, I'm going to do this, last minute, I'm going to do that. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go up. So I drove up and I'm sitting there. My son calls me. I'm actually in Oshkosh. And my son calls and he goes, hey, what are you doing? And I said, just hanging out. He goes, well, Dutch is taking the PC-12 up to Oshkosh. Do you want to go? And I'm like, damn it, I'm already in Oshkosh. I'm like, it's like a 4.5 hour drive from where I'm at. And it's about an hour and 10-minute flight. I've done that 4 times. And it's always more fun flying, but it's nerve wracking as hell as well. So anyway, let's go ahead and get back into the plane and let's get stuff fired up here. Got my little checklist. I'm gonna find where to go. PC-12 startup. Okay, battery 1 and 2 are on. Avionics 1, 2 are on. Beacon on. I'm going to go up to the overhead and turn on the no smoking and seatbelt signs. Those are on. Fuel pumps are on. I'm going to need to figure out some lights here. Interior lights. I'll do that here when we get going. I'm guessing they're down at the bottom. Fuel pumps are on. Ignition is on. Starter on. And the engine should start. Yep, there we go. It'll get going here. You'll see these temperature or these NG rise, and once it starts to rise, then the prop will start spinning and the fuel will go poof and it'll start up. Used to be a condition lever on these. Let me find the interior lights here quick. Probes, windshield icing, weather inhibit. Here we go. If that did anything or not. Looking for just like an overhead. Panel. Upper MFD is good. That full blast. Oh, here we go. Here's a floodlight. That's what I'm looking for. I need to get that set up too so I can just switch a button and those lights will turn on. I can't tell if there's any lights on or not. Okay, ignition can go off. I've got this all set up on my yoke, which makes it a lot easier. So we have all that set. Now we're going to go ahead and get into the EFB and import. Ooh, I bet you guys can't see that. J-Star, how's it going, man? I'll put that right here where you guys can see it. Now you can't really see it there either. Let's put it right here in the middle of the damn screen then. Actually, let's put it over here. That way. Cool. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's a rare. It's been a week since I've streamed. It's just been with the holidays and everything else happening. Just been kind of one of those days. I'll get back into it here, probably after the new year. My daughter was here from Minneapolis last week, or earlier this week, and so she just left yesterday morning. So it's just been kind of hectic. I don't like streaming too much if there's too much stuff going on. Okay, so we're going to view this flight plan, and we're going to import it. So once we import it, you'll see that things will switch here on the MFD multifunction display. We're importing the route, and there everything came in. So as you can see here, once I did that, we have runway 13, Colo, which is one of the waypoints, Bagash, which is a waypoint, and then I don't know how to cursor down with it. This is like the third or fourth time I've flown this plane, so, and we're going to go ahead and activate it. So there we're all set up. I don't like runway 9 because I think I saw the winds were like 210, so we'll opt for a different runway as we get closer, but we're not going to worry about that for now. Our altitude selected was 25,000. Let's get rid of the EFB. Our altitude, which comes up over here, is 23. What was it, 23 or 25? I don't remember. It was 25. So we'll put 25 in that right there. Message popped up, reset. Okay, I'm going to do that now. There, that is set. Reset altitude select. It's set correctly. Let's message clear. I don't have a lot of. Ooh, let's turn pumps off. Just put them back on auto. They don't need to be on. They don't need to be on. Just auto's fine. They'll be turned on as necessary. Man, I just not liking the interior lighting on this. MFD, the cockpit panel lights are full blast. It's full blast. Cockpit dome, the cabin floodlight. Yeah, whatever. Maybe there's a light on back in the back. Yeah, the lights are on back here. Do these work? I'm kind of curious about that. Oh, they do. Cool. Yeah, I liked how that lady just like walked right through the wing. But you can see the wing is right there, and she just walked right through it. Oh well. Okay, let's get back up here. Okay, so we have everything set. Flight plan is in place. That is set. Let's set this to FMS, which is set. Let's check the weather. The weather we're at right now is 200 at 5 knots. So going back over to our Navigraph chart, 200. So we'll take off. Ooh, we should take off runway 22, do shorter taxi as well. So yeah, let's no, let's take off 13. Screw it. It's only 5 knots. It's not that bad. That way we're kind of headed more towards the direction we need to go. So let's go ahead and start our taxi. Let's get back here. Keep forgetting about going back to the actual screen that I'm on. The taxi characteristics in this is not the greatest. So let's go ahead and put on taxi lights, and nav lights are on. Turn off the parking brake. It's just going to take off like a bat out of hell. There's nothing I can do about it. I just got to keep hitting the brakes. It's and I don't know. Yeah, it's down. It's idle. It's idling. I just don't know why it idles so fast. Okay, we got to go left here. I'd like to actually find out from the manufacturer if I can adjust that. And I still haven't gone in and completely got everything fine-tuned as far as the yoke goes and that kind of stuff, but we'll get there. Like I said, this is only like the 3rd time I've flown this. First time was questionable at best. I'm still trying to figure out the VNAV. And what the VNAV is, it means vertical nav. What that is it'll take the speed of the airplane, the altitude in which you're at, the wind direction, and it'll calculate the altitude that you need to be down to, and it'll calculate when you need to start your descent, and it'll automatically start that descent at that time. I'm used to the Garmin style VNAVs, and I've had a hell of a time yesterday. I'm basically just kind of like FS economy. I'm just flying around from spot to spot and like picking up VIP jobs, because this job alone here is going to pay me like $15,000 or $14,000, $13,000, something like that, in virtual money. And I own this plane. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it, man. It's been like I was telling the other guys, it's just been like busy with Christmas and everything else. I'm planning to get back on a normal couple nights a week, and then on the weekends, hopefully 3 nights a week if I can. And the afternoons, I'm hoping to start doing some like mid-afternoon flights when work is starting to slow down. I can start a flight and then end at like 5 o'clock or say. But anyway, we're coming up to the end of the runway, and like I said before, this thing is really squirrely. Really squirrely. And some of the planes are still in the process of they're being worked on. There'll be an update sent out for 2024 here at some point. So we are sitting here. Okay, parking brakes on. We're gonna go landing lights on, taxi lights off, strobes are on. Make sure our passenger seat belt and no smoking signs are on. Turn the bolts. Are those working? I didn't think these worked. Oh, there they go. I guess they do work. Okay, my bad. Okay, let's roll. Okay, once I get set up on the runway, first thing I'm going to do is get the heading bug set. Let's go ahead and put the flight director on. Flight director is on. So we're going to just take off at a runway heading. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hand fly most of this, but I'll go and track so we have our heading needle set directly on the runway heading, and away we go. Shit, forgot the flaps. There we go. About 110 knots. I'll start my rotation. And we're off. Now this is what's considered instrument conditions because we can't see the ground. So I'm doing all my flying based on the artificial horizon right here on the primary flight display. I'm going to keep a steady altitude gain, and I want to just make sure that the horizon, this is basically the horizon, and I'm through the clouds. Pull the power back so I don't get a warning. And we're above the clouds. So now I can go ahead and get autopilot on, heading, and flight level change. Okay, what's happening is it's setting my heading bug, which is right here. Flight level change is I'm gonna go up to 25,000 feet, but it's gonna maintain a specific speed while I'm doing that climb. And I can change that either between the FMS or manual. So let's go ahead and start a short bank, a slight bank to the left to get over towards our path. I'm going to switch this to track up instead of north up. I can't stand track up or north up. Well, shit, why isn't it working? Oh, there we go. Oh, I should have announced on Unicom, damn it. Okay, 1626. Yeah, I'm like failing. I'm way behind stuff here, folks. Transponder is 1626. Oops, 26. Enter. First time I flew this, I thought my gear was set correctly and they weren't. So I hit my switch here on my throttle quadrant, gear up, and I'm like, why is this plane flying so slow? And sure as shit, it's because I had my gear down still. So it's like, oops. So we got the speed set about right. I'm gonna climb a little faster than 140. So I'm going to set this to about 160. It's going to bring the nose down because basically what it's doing is climbing based on speed versus vertical, like the vertical feet per minute. And we will take a quick view outside the plane. I'm going to go ahead and turn these recon lights off. Doesn't do a whole lot of good now. I like having them on, especially when we're like near an airport. Another thing I haven't figured out yet is how to get this map to zoom in and out. I should be able to zoom in and out with this map because right here are the range rings. That's a 10 mile radius. I should be able to make this lot smaller, and I don't know where that button is. I do not know how. It's showing the fuel and stuff that we have on board still. I don't know how to zoom in and out on this. Oh, right here. No. Maybe it's here. Nope. Yeah, I just yeah, this isn't work. This isn't working yet. The pressurization. Anyway, trying to figure out how to zoom in and out. I could. Well, I'm gonna cheat. So MSFS 2024 PC 12. I'm not really seeing it. That's elevator trim. I don't want to do that. God, and I saw somebody doing this the other day, and it just seemed like it was just like clockwork. He just like scrolled, and I'm not seeing it. Cross, speed, time, distance, lat lunge. Oh, it's got to be here somewhere. Yeah, usually there's like a plus and a minus, and then you just click the button next to the plus and minus to zoom in and out. Or there's a knob like this, range. Oh, that's the range on the. Okay, never mind. That's the range here. You can see it. What's the message? Check. Okay. That's the range on this. Just trying to. I thought maybe it was something to do with this. Oh, maybe it's up here. Altitude, FMS. Nope. Oh well. I'll ask somebody about it. We'll figure it out. Okay, those are all set to auto, so that's good. We're almost to cruise altitude. Right now we're doing... Looking for speed, ground speed, 214 mile an hour, 214 knots. See that right down here. Right here. Hey, VP Vault, how's it going, man? Thank you for joining this morning. I appreciate it. Flying the Pilatus PC 12 from Tri-County. Let me get the actual name. I don't want to mess it up. From, I'm sorry, Thief River Falls, Minnesota to Oshkosh, Wisconsin. This is for an FS economy flight. It's a website that you can like buy airplanes and like create make virtual money by flying. Right now I'm gonna make 5,000. I guess I was less than this, but when I get to Oshkosh, I'm flying this flight basically to get to Oshkosh to make more money on another flight. Because when I get to Oshkosh, you can see the VIP flights. I got a 21,000 flight if I want to fly down to Mexico, where I can just keep it closer and make $13,000 flying passengers to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So it's just kind of, it's a reason to fly. Um, it's kind of fun, and I've got like all these different groups that are that mine are the ones like the geodesic aviation. These are all mine. Jet Air, and then yeah, and with the different groups, you have like different FBOs. If I click on SoCal, these are my FBOs in SoCal, Southern California, Corona, Calipatria, Fullerton. At one time, I had Palm Springs, and I also had Las Vegas, but right now, FSE is kind of like starting to fall off. There's just not as many people on here anymore. And then I also have some local stuff, Jet Air Inc. These are all based around me. Let me go to FBO's group. Okay, these are all my FBOs that I own in a company, in my Jet Air group. And I actually live right here. The plane that I fly is based out of Cedar Rapids. I have all these airports that I fly back and forth between to create revenue. It's kind of fun. Awesome. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Get those off of my... Those clouds look like hell. Yikes, that looks awful. Man, what the hell is going on? That is god awful. 2020 looks better than that. I'm gonna close out of the my weather program and yeah, why don't I don't even have my frames up here anymore. What the hell's going on? Oh, it just switched to weather, which is fine. I want to just go back to Microsoft weather and see if the clouds still look god awful like that, because those things were bad. Those were awful. Okay, now, oh shit. Let's make sure that we're actually on the right line. Yeah, these look better. I don't know, it's overcast, so it should be probably overcast, but man, those other clouds look like absolute hell. That was bad. Oops. Guess I can push it once we get up at this high. Why didn't it stop at 25.5? Oh, because the weather switched. Okay. Yeah, I'm slowing down. I know. I hear it. I forgot this plane has an auto throttle. Well, I don't want it to auto throttle down to 160. Oh, there we go. I forgot that I'd manually switched it so that I could climb out at a better rate. I hopped on VATSIM because I wasn't sure if uh, I didn't know a lot of times when the weather's so crappy, um, a lot of times the controllers will get on just because of the fact that the weather's bad, and they'll have traffic because of that. But here we are. Here I am. I'm right here. That's me flying down to Oshkosh, and this is where I left Thief River Falls, and I'm flying down to Oshkosh, and this has all my information on my flight details. I'm airborne, instrument rated. I'm in the Minneapolis Artsy, 271 knots at 25,000 feet, and my route, type of plane I'm in, cruise altitude. It's just basically got all the information on there if somebody were to look. But yeah, this is kind of non-existent for a Saturday morning. Oh wow, just the only thing that's up is Boston. That's odd as hell. Usually, usually there's all kinds of people on. I guess with the holidays, and probably a lot of people are gone at the holidays, so I have to keep forgetting that. It's a Saturday, but it is the Saturday after Christmas, so. And I had something pop up that we actually had a Christmas celebration a few years back. Something popped up on Facebook saying that remember a reminder of what happened in the past, and I'm like, I forgot about that we sometimes did this the weekend after, so makes sense. I could have used Say Intentions, but I didn't. As you can see, I'm trying to get the green line is the line that's actually my route, and unfortunately I forgot to switch it over to nav mode. Forgot to switch it over to nav mode. So why am I only doing 135? Hell. I'm looking at this saying an hour and 50 minutes left. There's no way in hell. Oh, I'll bet it's because the auto throttle's jacked up. Now screw the auto throttle. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Why, if I set it on auto throttle, I'm only doing 130 knots. That's just odd. Because this plane, I'm guessing, I'd have to look, but I'm guessing that there might be, oh no, right here's the wind. That's actually more of a crosswind than anything, kind of into our face as well. Yeah, for some reason that ITT is wrong. I think it's like the inlet, some kind of inlet temperature. That should be up here, and it's not, and I don't know why. Because I've got the throttle floor, you know, it's as far as it's gonna go. I take that back. No, it's not. Well, that's weird. Why my throttle isn't bound correctly? Huh, interesting. Well, I just found something new. Yeah, see, this should climb up here close to like 800. That's why it didn't climb out very fast. Damn it. It's almost like when I first used the throttle, it didn't have the full access, or axis, I should say, not access, axis, the full range. Now it should turn back as it gets closer to the magenta line because I have nav selected, when you're on a heading mode and you have nav mode selected, it'll maintain on that heading mode until the GPS coordinates it, and then it'll switch over to nav mode. Well, it should. Okay, it just now caught it. As you can see, the heading turned off and it switched to nav, and it shows nav. I wish I could show my damn mouse on this. How I have my stream set up is that I've got a program called Screen Capture, and it captures this whole screen. Oh shit, you can't even see what I'm talking about. I've got a program called Screen Capture that captures this screen and sends it to IP via IP over to my streaming machine. I do the same thing with my sound. That's voice meter. It's called V-band receptor, and it's all through IP. Well, it's capturing the screen, but it's not capturing my mouse. So as I'm like circling something, I'm thinking you guys can see it, and you're not able to see it. So it's kind of sucks. Yep, I'm pulling it back. Just relax. There we go. Okay, a part of this might have something to do with how this is set. Cruise speed, 230 knots. Cruise altitude is, oops, I gotta go down here, 25,000. Oh, no, never mind. Let's go back. 250, it's not going to take everything. Shit, and I can't even do that right. 2, 5, there, enter. That should be set to 20. Yeah, cruise level's 25,000. But I don't know why pilot. Okay, ground speed. Okay, ground speed in pounds per minute. I don't know why it's not. If I click the autopilot or the auto throttle, why it's not keeping it set correctly. But whatever. I don't need it. Yeah, we pushing against a little bit of a headwind. Our ground speed, though, now is 277 knots, as you can see here. 278. It's 38 degrees Celsius below zero. Thanks, Joanna Bay. I appreciate it, man. I didn't know this was going to be this long of a flight, I have to admit. Yeah, it's only an hour left. That's good. That's perfect. But it showed an hour 55. I'm like, wait a second. There's no way in hell. There's no way in hell that I had an hour 55 left. That's when I figured out that I was only doing like 130 knots instead of 280. It's much better. I'm going to get that ding again for the overspeed. Yeah, I don't think I'm even gonna try going back to that other weather program because that just was ass. I don't know why that's like that either. That is very weird. Because this looks actually really, really good. The clouds look very good. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be overcast, so it's not true to life. But the clouds don't look like a bunch of, like the top of a popcorn tub. I love this color too, the gray. What is FCR? What? I'm not going to try this because more than likely about the time I try it, it's going to break something. Oh, fly-by camera stuff. This is kind of cool. I wonder if I click a button, what happens? I'm not even going to attempt this. Oh, shit. What just happened there? I don't think I'm going to mess with that. I don't know what this red stuff is. Nope, there it just went off. Oh, traffic. That's what it was. I've got a plane somewhere near me. Because it's got like the red where it says traffic. Oh, shit, it might be right directly below me. Yeah, the red dot looks like it's right directly below me. Let's go outside and look. Oh, shit. What the hell? This has to be... Oh, I ghosted. I hit the ghost button. Ah, I knew I shouldn't have messed with it. Damn it. I don't know how to turn it off. I swear to God, I do not know how to turn this off now. I thought I'd be able to do it just clicking on this. Ah, shit. Why did I even mess with it? Open the multiplayer menu. When ghost mode is on, your aircraft will not be visible. No, that's not what it is. What was that called? FCR? Unable to go back. That's what I cannot do. Please enlarge the height of the window and you'll be able to see the... Well, I can't do that. Now, you would think once you close that screen, it would turn off. Damn it. I wonder if I turned it off here. If that would help. Does it turn it off here? Nope. I'm going to check something here quick. Damn it. To turn it on. FCR, FCR. Well, I can't say that I can help myself here. I'm going to put something out on Discord. Little print screen. Oh, there we go. Now, how odd is that? That it didn't work, and now all of a sudden it's working. Okay. I can delete that. Never mind. Arrow. Okay, so I fixed that. Now my speeds are set. The ITT temperature is very strange. I know we're very, very, very high, and the temperature is like minus 39 Celsius. So maybe that's why the ITT temp is so low. But that's what you have to really be careful of with a turboprop like this, because you'll burn up the engine. Because usually in planes like this, I don't think about it and I take off full throttle, and all of a sudden it starts screaming at me, hey, you can't do that. Looks like we have about an hour to go, which is perfect. I'll get done about 10, a little after 10, and have the rest of my day. I have to create some labels. My son's got a landscaping business, and he sends out Christmas holiday cards every year, and he sends me over his Excel spreadsheet, and I decipher that into Word and print out his labels. I hope to God I got labels. Guess I'll just run to Walmart and buy some if I have to. Okay, so let's check the weather. let's check the weather at Oshkosh. So it's 230 at 7, gusting to 21. I know for a fact that Oshkosh has an east-west runway because I've landed on it. I've landed on 3.6 before. I've landed on 2.7, actually 3.6 several times, and 2.7. I take that back. 3.6 twice and 2.7 twice. So I'm going to go ahead and take 2.7. Okay, I'm going to run up and get coffee. I'll be right back. The wife wants to say hello or just chat about something. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. The wife needed help. Ah, the wife needed help getting some stuff in the car. She's going over to my son's house to help him decorate. He moved in this summer and has not put up a picture yet, so she's going over to do that, and I helped her put some stuff in the car so it would be easier for her. So that took me a little longer than I thought. Filled up my coffee cup, Irish cream, and I also had a little puff pastry, so trying to see if there's a way that I can use my. I've got the Bose. Yeah, I can't think what they're called. The Bose Bluetooth headset. I'm trying to think if I could use the Bose as a flight for flight. I've got these as well. These just are so heavy on my head, and it's just a matter of all I have to do is just unplug. Oh shit, where's the other plug at? Oh, there it is. Unplug this and then plug the other one in, and then I can use these. But these are so hot on my head. They're comfy, but they're just very very hot. Sennheiser, I love Sennheiser headsets. Anyway, we're getting down to the point. Let's try to figure out. Okay, we're going to use ILS 7. I'm 2.7. So let's bust in here and figure out how to do this now. Okay, so. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so runway approach star. We're not using that one. We're going to use 2.7. And, ooh, there's no. Let's use the RNAV 2.7. Let's look at the RNAV 2.7 here quick. I'll let you guys look at what I'm looking at. We're looking at the different approaches for Oshkosh. We got the RNAV 2.7. So what we'll do is we can either do vectors, IG view, or Yaguk. Let's do Yaguk. That means we're going to basically come in from right up here, right on the top there, and then come down and do our approach. So we can turn that back off. We're going to do Yaguk. We're going to insert. I'm not going to activate it yet. I don't think. Yeah, I may as well. Let's activate it. So we're going to go straight direct to Yaguk now. We should turn a little bit. Okay, so now that flashing VT I think means vertical track. I think. And this is where I get so confused with this because it's still showing this as Bagash as our next waypoint. So that didn't change. So the R7 star I don't know why it's not. Maybe I gotta activate it here. See, now this is where I'm not sure. Got 123 miles to Bagash. And I don't know, because Bagash might be far enough. Let's look real. Shit, I didn't open that. Let's look real quick here. So we go to Navgraph charts. Go ahead and add this. So if we go to the actual chart, we can actually put the chart. Yeah, see, I don't want to go to Bagash, because if I put that chart right on here, rather than going to Bagash and then clear over here, I want to just, I'd like to just go direct. I'd like to just go direct here and start the approach versus here and then start the approach. But I guess it doesn't matter that much. It's not going to be that much further out of the way. Just 90-degree turns when I don't really want to do 90-degree turns. I'd much several 90-degree turns. I'd rather like have an easy, 30-degree turn or something like that instead of a full 90. But that's fine. Whatever. I'll wait till we get to Bagash and then I'll activate it and see what happens. Because it's set up. LPV, the runway 27 at Yagak is set up, and I've clicked the activate button, which means it should go straight there. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. And like I said, this is I think it's Honeywell makes this equipment, and I'm more used to Garmin stuff. I've got a Garmin 650 in the plane I fly. And I've just been used to the G1000s and other stuff, so it's a little bit of a difference, but it's fine. Now I also need to figure out when I need to descend. This has VNAV on it, but I don't know. Oh, no. Estimated time en route 27 minutes. Okay, so let's get rid of this discontinuity. Let's delete that and activate. Okay, so Bagash to Yagak. Okay, that's fine. TCOM, estimated down. Flight, my mouse is acting goofy. Flight summary. Flight time an hour so far. Okay, I don't know if my mouse is goofy just whenever I'm using Flight Sim or what, but I've got a thumb wheel mouse, and I'm tempted to try just a cordless mouse or just a corded mouse. The cord would have to be a mile long because it's going to have to go clear around and back up, but I want to try something different. My keyboard is fine. It works perfectly fine. For whatever reason, this mouse just seems to like get... It's almost like Flight Sim is taking away some of its ability to do its job, and so if I click VNAV here, okay, so it knows. Okay, looking right here, it says it looks like it's got to be at 2600, and if we look back at the chart, Yiguk is, yeah, Pina is 2600, so it knows. Uh-oh. Network. Oh, connection restored. Thank God. Like, if they're doing frickin' if they're doing maintenance again, I'm gonna be pissed. Okay, so it knows we need to be vertical track 2600. I've got VNAV set, so it should do one of two things. It should either tell me when it's time to descend, or it should, and it won't start the descent because I have to put in the new altitude. So 140-degree heading, 97.9 miles to the Bagash. Flight level 2. Oh, that's where I need to be, 218. at Bagash. So I'm going to need to start my descent a little bit before Bagash. And I need to be at Yeguk at 3,000. 20 minutes to there, 30 minutes to there. So I'm going to just go ahead and put 3,000 in the altitude and see if that... I'm going to wait till a little bit, till we're a little closer. Because we're still 27 minutes out. I don't want to do that. So flight plan, terrain, got that on. Weather, I don't think I have that on. Nope, weather off. TCAS is on. Let's just put, I don't know. Oh, there, perfect. That looks good. Yeah, let's leave that on. That's kind of cool. I don't know how accurate it is. It looks like there's thunderstorms that are rain ahead of us, which there could be. It looks like there's a formation just off to the left. So our VNAV is set. I don't know why that says 25.5. Oh, never mind. That's like the next on series of altitudes. The next one up is 25.5. Hold on. The wife calls. Okay, I got to thinking a little bit, and I have a feeling that when I did the activate button, as you can see, it activated the approach, because Bagash, I could take Bagash off right here. All I'd have to do is select it and then delete it, delete waypoint, and then activate, and we would be going direct to Yeguk. I'm going to try it. I don't know whether to try it or not. Delete waypoint, activate. So now so now we're going direct Yeguk. You can see that the route has changed, which is what I wanted. I wanted to go more of a direct route, and it also turned off my, so we're going back to heading mode, turning left to get back to the green GPS line. We basically just took, as you can see back here on Navigraph charts, it basically just removed this leg. So I'm going to just delete this leg. and you'll see that basically it's just more of a direct route right to Oshkosh. If we were coming in on runway 9, I would have no issues at all leaving that out there, but we're not. So we're good. So we're going to go ahead and click that button. We're just basically going into heading mode to get back to the flight path that we were on. My daughter's texting me, hey, can you work on this PDF for me? I will when I'm done. That's okay, because I'll just sit down here and watch some football. 21 minutes till landing. I enjoy flying the GA planes. I enjoy the heck out of it. I don't know if I ever copied over the pictures of the plane that I fly real world. Come on. Now my mouse is acting effed up again. Can I plug in? Oh, I've got another one. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm not gonna go anywhere. I'm just gonna go get a mouse out of my bag over here. Okay, I don't have one in there. So we're gonna try this mouse. Let's turn this one off. I love the ball because I'm limited with the amount of room on my desktop. I love having a mouse like that, but the same token, I hate the fact that when I'm flying, it doesn't work. And well, I use this computer strictly for flying. So it's basically all it's used for. Flying, and I recently installed iRacing, and I'll be getting back into iRacing. Now I don't see anything. Here we go. It's not as fast, but I'll get used to that. Okay, so I need to. Okay, so that's better. I don't like using a mouse like this. I might maybe just go get a mechanical one and not worry about this, but at least it works. I will say that. I can adjust the speed on it too, I think, to be more like my track mouse. I just don't have a whole lot of room. And so the ball mouse stays in one spot and I can just move it around as needed. But this one's working. So far, so good. We'll see how it goes. So we're almost back to the line. I don't know if that's just a thing, as I don't know if it'll start flashing at me when it's time to start my descent. Let's set this down to 3000 and click VNav. Okay, so VNav is set here. VAlt is flashing. I don't know what that tells me though. I don't know if it'll automatically start the descent. We're 17 miles out. See, and with the Garmin stuff, it actually tells you Um, you know, we're still 90 miles out though, so we don't even have to become close to descending yet. With the Garmin, it'll tell you like 8 minutes or 7 minutes is when it's going to start the descent. I don't know. Anyway, we're back. We're good. I should have just stayed on that other waypoint, but it's fine. So the mouse is working good. Yeah, I just don't know if the flight sim is taking so much system resources that the mouse just doesn't want to do anything. Because when I don't have flight sim running, the mouse works just perfectly fine. When I do have it running, it's terrible. I just if I decide that I'm going to do this, I need to get um, like a better mechanical mouse. So we should start seeing this line move. You can't see my mouse, but and then all of a sudden now we hit nav. So it went out of heading mode. It went out of heading mode and turned into nav mode as we're close to the magenta line now. I didn't even know there was a checklist on here. It's pretty cool, actually. EPS test, didn't do that. Battery switches on, landing gear down. Fuel quantities check. Checklist complete. Starting engine, navigation lights on. Beacon on, CAS check. CAS is this just a emergency, any error messages would pop up right here. Engine master on, starter push, oil pressure check. Generator on. Checklist complete. We've done all this. So before takeoff, flaps are set, which I didn't have set. Flight controls are free. Inertial separator on. I did not have that on. It's over here somewhere. Landing lights on. Strobes are on. Take is complete. After takeoff, we have landing gear. We're up. Yaw damper set. Inertial separator off. Flaps are up. Landing and taxi lights off. And that is it. Oops, missed the yaw damper. And before landing, we're going to be coming up with that next. So the inertial separator, I think what that is I thought it was right over here. Oh, maybe it's up above. I think that like keeps gunk out of the engine. I think. I don't even see it up here. And you use that on takeoff and landing just so that you don't suck in like a bunch of debris or something that would be on the runway itself. Maybe it's down here. Oh, there it is right there, closed and open. Yeah, ice protection. Yep. I'm gonna look outside and see if it actually. I'm gonna look right here. I'm gonna turn that back on and see if anything's different. Maybe it's that little thing under the bottom there. Nope, that's not it. I would think that should be all closed because that's like a lot of drag. Huh, wonder what that is. Oh, I wonder if that's... I don't know. I don't know, I've never flown a turboprop before, so I'm not even going to guess. Hopefully... we're 14 minutes. Man, we got to be starting this pretty damn soon. See, I don't see anything out here as far as like a ring that would show the like start of top of descent. I don't see anything counting down. This shows 13 minutes, but man, we're still 70 miles out. I wouldn't think we need to start our descent until like 20 miles out because we're only 25,000 feet. This will be the judge. I used to do these flights in the citation for FS Economy. If you can see by my log, longitude, and I mean, I was making 13, 14, 18, 17, 16. I mean, I was making some serious money. Then for for whatever reason, then they just stopped. They stopped doing the VIP flights, the big VIP flights. Like, let's go to LaGuardia. Is there any VIP flights there? Nope, not a single flight at LaGuardia. Let's try Teterboro. Not a single VIP flight there. See, they just basically just knocked a lot of these VIP flights out. There's one I see. Okay, we got a couple, but they're next to nothing for payment wise. It's just like, screw that. Maybe CYQI has some. And this is what you have to do. You have to just search around it. Okay, there's one for 14,000, 14.5. So it'd be a decent one. For 900 miles, probably a 2 or 3 hour flight. SER has several. 13,000, 11,000. I would probably do the 11,000 because I don't know if that Horseshoe Bay Park in Texas would even have instrument approaches if the weather was shitty. It's not bad. KRWL. Whenever you see a K in front of the... Oh, overspeed. Whenever you see a K in front of the... Oh, it's starting to descend. Okay, it started automatically. Perfect. And here's where, as you can see, the V path, that's a vertical path. I wonder if I use auto throttle at this point, what would happen? I don't want to dork it up. I would think that auto throttle would adjust the speed so that you're not overspeeding when you're in the start of the descent. I would think. We'll see what happens here. If it goes up to 200 again, I'll change it. Nope. There we go. We're just right around 193, of course, and then it goes up again. So maybe if it stays right around there, then that's good. Okay, so that's how you get the VNAV. Okay, and then in looking at the radio here, this little dashed arc that you see kind of moving towards the top of the map, that's like where we're expected to be at the altitude. So I put in 3,000. They used to call it the banana. Sometimes they're yellow on some of the displays. It's going to be at 3,000. So that's where it's expecting to be at 3,000. We're hoping it pushes out further because we don't need to be at 3,000 until Yeguk. So it'll slowly adjust the descent profile and get that to the point where it's at 3,000 instead of like, I don't want to be at 3,000 when we're still, 15 miles away from the airport. So we'll just slowly watch that as we go. But the speed seems to have leveled off where we want it to with the auto throttle on. And okay, what's our message? Unable next altitude. Oh, great. Thanks, buddy. We're going to try, but I think we'll be able to get to it. God, I'm boiling. Open the window. It's like in the mid 40s. What is it, temp? It's like mid 40. Hey, Siri, what's the temperature? 44. It's supposed to be 50 today. We're in Iowa, and it's December, 28th? We're in Iowa, December 28th, and it's 50 degrees. I was going to fly. Actually, I was going to plan to fly tomorrow morning. My daughter is leaving to go to Florida to visit a friend, and she said that she thought her flight left at 7. I'm like, that's perfect. I'll drop her off at the airport at 6:15. Get the plane pulled out, just go through and just do some flights tomorrow morning. But now it's supposed to be like 600-foot overcast and 3 miles visibility. No idea what the beep was. Oh, maybe somebody came online. Yes, Chicago Center came online. Perfect. 134.875. Where did I go? 875.
Delta 1178, ready for push.
Yes, here we go.
Sure, push and start's approved. Roger, Chris.
Chicago Center, November 33129er, descending through flight level 180.
November 33129er, Chicago Center, hello. The Oshkosh altimeter is 29er79er, more than 1 hour old. What state approach requested to Oshkosh?
I'm set up right now for the RNAV 27 33129er.
33129er, roger, standby.
Yes, I love when ATC is online. Love it, love it, love it.
November 33129er, you're 30 miles from Yeguk. Cross Yeguk at or above 3,000. Cleared, RNAV, runway 27 approach at Oshkosh.
Yeguk at or above 3,000, cleared for the RNAV 27 approach, Oshkosh, November 33129er. I love having ATC online because it keeps me crisp with my radio calls. It's just, I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Allegiant 562, 25 miles from Grand Rapids Airport. Maintain at or above 2,500 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS. Runway.
So that's perfect. So what do we have for a message?
Okay,
2,500 above until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS. Runway 26 left approach. Allegiant 5.
Alright, Spirit Wings
Okay.
930.
So, as I was talking about before, that arc is like bouncing around. We need to be at 3,000 at this waypoint,
Roger. I have your clearance
where it's purple. So far so good. For 3,000 a little bit before that, it's perfectly fine.
Radar vector is Oscar Lima Kilo, then it's filed. Maintain 3,000, expect flight level 250, 10 minutes after departure. Departure.
One thing I did learn today is I learned about the VNAV, which is good because I like flying this plane. It's fast. It'll do 280 knots. I like FS 2024. The graphics are fantastic. It's just a matter of, I'm still working with the weather, but I think I might just use default weather for now until something comes out that's better. Because those popcorn clouds are just ugh, 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 ugh.
American 612, Indianapolis offline. Frequency change approved.
It's almost the same registration, 33129er. This is 82129er. I don't know if I've got pictures of my plane in here or not.
One at a time. Who wants the roadway? American 24.
I do not. Dang it, I thought I did.
450, you are going to... You're going to have 28 right at November 5. Call me when you're ready for taxi.
I thought I moved some pictures over here, but I guess I didn't.
Allegiant 562, runway 26 left, clear to land.
Yep, I'll get some put on there so you guys can see the plane that I fly. Okay, we're at 13,000. We've got 10,000 to go. We got altimeter set.
Requesting IFR clearance to Atlanta.
Spirit Wings 930, Chicago Center, clear to the Atlanta Airport via radar vector 0 route, then is filed. Maintain 3,000, expect flight level 200, 10 minutes after departure.
And I love this paint job. I love the gray and the black. That's so cool. It's almost like a gunmetal gray. Just dull.
Atlanta, expect radar vector to reduce, expect
Initial level 3000 and squawk 6516 here.
Sending down through 12,000. We're going to be landing here shortly, folks, and hope to God that I don't crash. Do have some pictures of flying last week. Oh my Lord, I'm boiling. I thought I had pictures. Wait. Oh, there we go.
Hotel Sierra Tango.
That's one of the
November
pictures.
Kilo,
I was flying. There's
Center,
Cedar Rapids Airport right
final.
here. And this is like at a final for 2-7.
Flight level. Expect 3,000.
Oh, that was when we were in California. There should be one more.
Is with me.
Oh, maybe I didn't put it on here. I have another picture turning to fine. I know I had it on here. Oh, right here. This is on final, coming into land. Airport's over here. And then this is the plane pushing it back into the hangar.
United 1527 requesting step climb up to 410 in 10 miles.
United 1527 at
Okay, so we're below 10,000. I guess my landing lights are already on because I didn't shut them off. Whose fault is that? Mine.
1178. Runway 17.
I'm going to go ahead. Oh, that's another thing I want to do is put the pulse lights on. I should be flashing now. Yep, back and forth. That way you just see the... Just easier for somebody to see you as you're landing. As you're in the vicinity of the airport. So we're getting very close. I think we're going to go ahead and tone the speed down here. Get it pulled back to 200. Let's pull it back to 180 knots. We're getting very close to the runway environment now. I wished I could take a ride in a PC. This just doesn't sound right. Maybe it is. It just sounds just different to me. Okay, so we're sitting right now at 170 knots and with auto throttle on. It's surging. I don't know why it's surging. That's fine. Can we go ahead and click the approach button? See how automated this flight can be. The less for me to do, the easier. Our arrow that I have is has a Garmin 650. It's got an autopilot, but it's an autopilot in heading and track only. It does not have altitude. So it'll fly an approach. It'll fly the left and right part of it down to the runway, but it won't fly the altitude. So you have to do the altitude yourself. But the autopilot will fly the lateral nav and not the vertical nav. Okay, we need to be down to 2,600. I don't know why it's surging like that. That makes no sense. It should not be doing that. I don't think we're going to get down. Now, we got a ways to go because we still have a couple turns to make before we actually have to get to 2,600. So we only have 4,000 feet, and we're coming down at about 1,200 feet a minute. There's our first turn. So right now we've got the approach. I've got it. What is that dinging? I'm on approach mode, so it should take us the whole way down. There's the vertical track right here. And then here's the, like I said before, lateral track and vertical track. So that's good. We're above the glide slope here. That's a good thing. And I could probably put in a notch. I don't know what the flaps is. Where's the flap button? Flap speed should be out here somewhere. That's landing gear speed. You see the flap speeds are right next to the flap lever, which I don't see. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the back and forth, but anyway, let's turn that off. And let's go ahead and put in a notch of flaps. That's what I thought. We might be too fast for flaps. Now we should be turning on the final. We still have about 1,500 feet to get down. I'm sorry, 2,500 feet to get down. We might be a little bit above. I'm going to go ahead and put gear down too. See the gear coming out? Landing lights on. That's just going to slow us down.
Southwest 367 rather. From Chicago Center, good morning. 22 left, taxi Yankee.
Off with the auto throttle. I think I can manage the throttle better than that. I'll guarantee you that. So we got one notch of flaps. We got gear down. We should be turning right here any second towards the runway 27. And I have landed on the runway 27 in Oshkosh before. And there it goes. You can see the magenta line. Here's your course indicator. That should slowly start moving in, and then as we get to the heading of 27, it should be aligned with the. Okay, we're good. 4,500.
Roger, go around. Climb maintain 3,000. Delta 1178, double check the transponder, please. Squawk more Charlie, and squawk 3573.
He hasn't given me a cleared to land yet, so he still is working other traffic. This wouldn't happen in the real world. There would be controllers at Oshkosh, an approach controller at the busy airports that will, he'd hand me off to approach, and then I would call approach, tell him what I'm doing, and then when I'm lined up for the runway, he would then hand me off to tower, and then tower would clear me to land. So he's doing all of it right now. That's the one thing that's kind of not really goofy. It's just part of VATSIM.
A firm, we're squawking 3573, transponder with Charlie.
Now I usually at this point will wait until I'm on final before I put gear down, but I needed to get my speed down, so I went ahead and put gear out now.
Southwest 367, turn left heading 140, runway 22 left, clear for takeoff.
I've got good speed, 120 knots. Still,
Delta 1178, can you just double check again? I still don't have you. Make sure
we
it's
have
on.
to be at 2,600 at Pina, and Pina is still 4 miles, so we've got 4 miles to get down 1,200 feet, so we're good. And actually, the autopilot in approach mode is taking care of all of this.
Hotel November Kilo, Chicago Center. Can you take the intersection at Bravo? 426 left.
I'm sweating my ass off. I should have opened my window.
Negative.
United 1527, is there any way we can step away for just 10 minutes? I apologize.
Yeah, sure. Just let me know when you're back.
Okay, so we've got a 36-mile-an-hour headwind. And across, so 36 knots into our face.
Stand by.
Right here. And then a 2 degree to the side from the left. Our airspeed is 123 knots, but our actually going over the ground, it's only 87 just because of that heavy wind.
Let's see here. Hotel Sierra Tango, November Kilo, runway 26 left at Bravo, taxi at Mike Delta Bravo.
Okay, so we should be, looks like we're all lined up. We've got 117 knots. Gear is down.
Delta 1167.
One notch of flaps. We'll go another notch of flaps as we get closer to the runway. My last one time again, as when we're on short final, I will go through my checklist again. Gear down, flap set, mixture, and prop full rich, which you don't have that in this plane, but I just have it in my head from flying my plane.
Delta 1347, runway 17 clear for takeoff.
This has been pretty this is so far it's been a fantastic, fantastic flight. I've got more stuff figured out with this plane, and it's one way for me to get into FS 2024 and not be frustrated. I still might try the Phoenix at some point. I have a bunch of luck with 2020 in the Phoenix, so I'm
Legion
fairly
562,
confident
turn right heading
it's going to be fine.
090.
So
090,
what did I say the clouds are? The ceiling's at 1300, so we still have AGL.
United,
The runway's at 786, so about 2,000 feet. We should be breaking onto the clouds here within the next 300 or 400 feet.
November 33129, runway 27, clear to land.
Clear to land, 27, 33129. So he just gave us a clear to land.
Southwest 367, radar contact, clear direct PQ.
So
climb
we're
maintain,
on.
make a right turn. Clear
So
direct
we've
PQ,
started
climb
down.
maintain 3000.
The glide slope. 120 knots is perfect. It's
13,000.
It's 786 feet, and it says that the
Delta
ceiling is 1,300, so that should
radar
be
contact,
about 2,000.
altitude.
So within the next 300 to 400 feet, we should be breaking out.
Delta 1347, radar contact, say altitude. Nope, 1347. Looks like 1347, radar contact lost.
Oh, I can see it. This is we're clear the hell out over the lake.
United
I knew that.
22,
There's the
cancel
runway right there,
Mark
so we're good. We just came out of the clouds. So I'll let it fly down here a little further with the autopilot. I will say the live weather so far has beat what I was using before, so I'm not 100% confident, but I'm getting there. Okay, autopilot off.
All right, Spirit Wings 1 Foxtrot. Let's see if we have good luck with you. 17.
We're gonna go
Charlie.
one more notch of flaps. I got to get the trim. The trim is really
Southwest
sensitive
367.
in this plane.
Clear direct PQ, climb maintain flight level 380, resume normal speed.
Yeah, we're out over the water right now. This is Lake Winnebago. This is where the biggest air show in the world is located every year. It's the same week as Ragbri, which I ride Ragbri, so I've had a hell of a time maintaining
American
getting to both. I hope to do it, but I just...
Can you take 28 right?
It's Ragbri so fun. We ride our bikes across Iowa. We have an RV, and it's a
American
blast.
314, runway 28 right at November 5. Taxi via Alpha 10, November.
Use my right rudder to keep lined up because of the crosswind. Got a 9-knot crosswind right now coming from the left. So in order to keep the plane from crabbing, you use your right rudder to keep the nose pointed to the runway. We're still a little high.
Legion 562, turn right heading 140.
Full
Hotel
flaps.
Sierra Tango, November Kilo. Fly runway heading, runway 26 left at Bravo, clear for takeoff.
We're still a little high. We're okay. Being high is much better than being too low. Yeah, this elevator is very, very sensitive too.
Spirit Wings 1 Foxtrot, fly runway heading, runway 17, clear for takeoff.
You can actually see the dots still on the runways. 167 feet per minute touchdown. That's good. I guess I could have used reverse
Legion
thrust.
562, descend and maintain 2,500.
There's a blue dot. Yeah, they got the dots on the runway. That's pretty funny. That's awesome. I'll park over here at the so landing lights on, taxi lights off, strobes are off. Chicago Center 33129 are clear of runway 27, taxiing to the FBO.
33129er, taxi to parking via, I don't know that one off the top of my head, I'm sorry. Via whatever you're on, it's to your left.
Yeah, via Bravo to the left, 33129er. So we're going to go up here to the FBO where I have parked my plane. Yeah, well, actually this time it wasn't my plane. It was a friend of mine that I would fly his plane, obviously pay him. It was a Diamond DA-40. And the one year it was so wet that you couldn't park on the grounds, and I fortunately got the last, one of the last parking spots on concrete. So I was luckier than hell. No, I didn't have. I got some friends that live up in there in the area, so it worked out perfect that I was able to stay with them. I didn't have to worry about putting a tent in the water.
Hotel Sierra Tango November Kilo, radar contact, stay altitude.
So we are going to pull in right here.
Hotel Sierra Tango November Kilo, roger, thank you. Upon reaching 2,500, turn left heading 180.
Okay, parking brake is set, so it's going to go ahead and turn the flight director off. Yaw damper is off. Nav lights off, taxi lights off. Beacon is going to stay on because the airplane is still running. Can turn the avionics off, and I've got my setup on my switch. I can just turn this off and the engine will turn off.
Happy holidays, Chicago Center, American 835 back on the ground in Milwaukee with X-ray ready taxi 25 left.
American 835 back, Chicago Center, hello, happy
I
holidays.
gotta get those pulse lights set up with the landing lights.
Taxi via Romeo,
I'll do
Alpha,
that later
Echo,
today
Mike,
when I got some
19 right
time.
and 19 left.
Anyway, it's been fun, guys. Thank you for
Mike, cross
sharing the flight with me.
Right and left.
Don't know what's planned for the rest of the week. Maybe, for sure it won't be Tuesday or Monday.
Expect the RNAV runway 17 approach.
We've got stuff going on all day Tuesday or Monday. Maybe Tuesday afternoon for a little while if I have time. Otherwise, we'll be back ready to roll on the January 2nd. Anyway, thank you for following along, guys. I appreciate it. Make sure you hit that follow button and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. It would be much appreciated. And if you enjoy the stream, hit that subscribe button on Twitch. It'd be much appreciated. Thank you very much. Have a great New Year's if I don't see you beforehand. And peace out.
Hotel Sierra Tango November Kilo.